So I'm pretty excited to go over this one today. This one is a Fires of Invention deck. It's mainly based around this Fires of Invention card that has been changed in the Alchemy update to become a 5 mana spell. It's an enchantment that says you can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. So back in the day, this was when this card came out. It was pretty nuts. Basically, it was a mana cheaper, and I'm pretty sure it didn't restrict you to your turn, but maybe that's not the case. At the very least, it used to be 4 mana. So what you would do is get this thing out as early as possible, and then just cast a bunch of spells for free and eventually overtake the game. This card is interesting because it only restricts you in terms of what you cast. And you can actually just still activate abilities freely, pretty much. So what we're doing in this deck is we're going to pair it with an Enigmatic Incarnation, which is a 4 mana enchantment, so not the same mana cost anymore. This is a 4 mana enchantment that allows you to basically birthing pod an enchantment into a creature. So you can sacrifice an enchantment and then go grab a creature that is 1 CMC higher than it. So basically this deck is just going to be a ladder of different things that we can do with this sort of effect. And it's essentially a toolbox that we are going to use to try to beat our opponents. So let's take a look at the targets that we want to hit. And I guess we'll start over here on the right in the payoff section at our high CMC. So at 7 mana, this is Atraxa and Coma, both as a 1-of. And the enchantment that we're going to be using to get there is Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding is our 6 mana enchantment that is cheaper to cast based on the amount of land types that I control. And we're a 5-color deck, and we have all these triomes in the land section, so we're going to easily be able to hit Leylines for as little as 1 mana, which is pretty cool. And then you can whisk away that Leyline Binding to grab a Coma or a Traxa out of the deck. Then at the 6th slot, we have Muldrotha and Dream Trawler. Both are just pretty strong cards. Muldrotha will allow us to recast our creatures and enchantments. Dream Trawler will just be a life-linking, hexproof creature that can close games out pretty easily. And we're basically going to be using the Fires of Invention to find those. So we'll be able to sacrifice fires when we don't need it anymore to Enigmatic Incarnation and go find these cards. Then at the 4 to 5 slot, Enigmatic Incarnation is what we're going to sacrifice, and we're going to try to get our Elesh Norn, Kenrith, Cavalier of Dawn cards. Kenrith is our generally common card to try to pump the mana in through Fires of Invention. So you can draw, give haste, and reanimate stuff through Kenrith. Cavalier is good. It's one of our few targeted removal pieces, and it is pretty solid. It also will be able to get us a enchantment card back from the graveyard, so we can rebuy our Enigmatic or Fires. And then Elesh Norn is kind of both a silver bullet and a enabler on our end. We are a Yorion deck, so Elesh Norn will double up of our things. And then also the second half of Elesh Norn's text, which negates your opponent's ETB triggers, is really good if you're playing against things like Soul Sisters or life gain strategies. I just played a game with this deck before in my testing phase, and this card absolutely shut down a life gain deck. It was pretty cool to see. So now let's move down to the 3 mana enchantment to 4 mana creature thing. We have 4 Fable of the Mirror Breakers. This is just an absolute value house of a card, and we can whisk that into either an Archon of Sun's Grace, which synergizes with our enchantments, and also the Yorion strategy. And then there's also Displacer Kitten, which does a lot of the same as well. And then let's move on to the 2 to 3 drop. So our 2 mana enchantments are Nylea's Presence, something that fixes our mana and also gives us every land type for domain. It also draws us a card, which is pretty cool. And then there's also 4 Omen of the Seas, which is also just a pretty useful card to have. And then we are going to be turning those into either Archon of Emirias, which basically shut down ETB decks. It shuts down Storm and Unfair Mana Bases. It also kind of hurts our mana base, but that's something that we are going to take. By the time we get an Enigmatic Incarnation out and we've tutored or we've sacrificed and potted into our Archon of Emeria, it's not really going to matter to us. We should have enough lands by then. We also have Moonblessed Cleric. This is something that can search for an enchantment card, so we can find whatever precursor to whatever creature payoff we want to find. So if we want to find like a 5-drop, then we'll just go get an Enigmatic again, or we can go find a Fires or Leyline in order to get one of our top ends out. And then finally, there's a Skyclave Apparition and Night of Autumn as removal, both for general permanents and for artifact enchantments. It is notable that both of these ones can be blinked with Yorion for fun and profit, which is pretty cool as well. Then there is a 1 of Authority of the Consuls, which is just there in the rare case that we get it, and that can actually be potted to go find a Destiny Spinner, which makes our creature and enchantment spells uncounterable, which is just kind of a nice addition. In terms of ramp, we have 4 Arboreal Grazers, which help us put out one of our Triomes really early, which feels good. And then generally, if we're in a situation where we can't execute our combo right away, then there's 2 Assemble the Teams to go find what we're looking for. So with all of that out of the way, this is one heck of a pile. We are in 5 colors. I think this is the first 5-color deck I've featured on the channel, so excited to be doing that now. This deck is quite fun and does require you to know a lot about what's in the deck. So I've got a screenshot of this layout here to reference for later in the league, which I assume I will need to look at a few times here because I don't have this deck fully memorized. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Before we start, if you drop a subscribe, helps me grow the channel. Alright, let's go ahead and play some games. Alright, we're starting off in round 1 here. We have both Enigmatic and Fires, which is pretty cool. Our Leyline Binding is going to be enabled right off the bat, and we do have an Omen of the Sea to go look for additional lands. I'd say this is on the riskier side, but I am interested in keeping it because the upside is pretty high with this. Authority of the Consuls does not really matter to us, and we do find another land, so that means that on turn 5, we should be able to have an Enigmatic Incarnation. We're running mostly all the Triomes with a Teamer base, so that's red, green, blue, and basically we're just going to start chucking these things out until we can go ahead and do our thing. I've already made a mistake, and I'm going to be needing to cast Omen of the Sea a little bit late. Looks like that's not going to matter because I think I just want to Leyline Binding their Voice of the Blessed anyway. So we'll make sure that we put out a blue source here, and then I'm going to hold up my Leyline Binding. Yeah, I could have done this 1 turn earlier, which is neither here nor there. So now it actually looks like Heliod is what I want to be killing with Leyline Binding. This is to exile, yeah. So I think I'm probably just going to take that out. Yeah, Heliod will still be up if I do Voice of the Blessed. This is going to be a little bit better. Though not great, because that Voice of the Blessed is going to start to suck. Luckily, Atraxa is going to be just about as big as it, and my lifelink should get me somewhat close to safety. I will need to survive another turn. Let's see, so now I would be able to Enigmatic Incarnation, but the issue is Voice of the Blessed is too big. So I'm going to go ahead and try to Omen and look for an answer to it. 2 lands is not what I wanted. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is going to be kind of nice in the future. But for right now, we're just going to get hit once more with Voice of the Blessed, and I'm going to have to go look for something to do. I can pod my Omen of the Sea actually into a what is it called? A Skyclave Apparition. I'm looking at my sheet now. And ideally getting an Elishnorn would be pretty good soon. We are down to 1 life, and I think things are not going to be too good going on from here. Enigmatic Incarnation, what can I do that gives me life? Coma does not give me life. Atraxa does. I will still die to the Voice, though. Night of Autumn is a blocker, gains me 4 life. That's unfortunately not good enough. Archon of Emeria, Moonblessed Cleric, Skyclave. Moonblessed Cleric could search for a Leyline Binding. That's actually kind of good. So that would require me to shock in my Steam Vents. Why can I not play the Steam Vents? Oh, I already played the land for turn. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. So, Displacer Kitten wouldn't be able to trigger that quick enough. I think the move right now is to play Enigmatic Incarnation. I'm going to have to give them Heliod back. And I need to get a Atraxa out here just to chump block, literally. Oh, and I don't chump block because of Authority of the Consoles. That's a bummer. Yeah, unfortunately I would have needed the Skyclave Apparition to take out Voice. Yeah. Okay, so that's another way that I could have done it. Looks like I'm just dead here. I'm going to go ahead and concede. Don't even need to pick my cards. Okay, so that was round one. I think I chose the wrong fork there. Let me just take a look at the field and double check that it's right. So if I had potted instead the Omen back, I could have taken a Skyclave Apparition, gotten their Voice, which I think was the biggest one, and then they would have still killed me, unfortunately. So yeah, that was not a game that I was winning. Okay, so that was round one. Let's go on to round two and see if we can do this. Okay, we found a round two. This has Disappointing Land. Does cast Leyline for pretty cheap, and if I find a red source, we do have Fable. You know, this is actually, surprisingly enough, this is not the worst hand possible. Moonblessed Cleric can still find a mana fixer, and then that opens up Leylines to be pretty useful. So while this is mostly not the colors that I want, I'm actually happy with it. Archon of Emeria may help me as well. We'll see. Don't know what my opponent's doing yet. My opponent is taking quite a while to decide to look at their computer. Looks like it's a Yorion mirror match, so that will be potentially interesting. I have no idea what build they're going to be on. Okay, they're looking at their cards now, and they've played an Overgrown Tomb. Okay. So we found another blue source. Not super excited about having that in general, but okay. We can cast a Moonblessed Cleric now, which fixes our mana. Cool, I can Arboreal Grazer, the last land out. That feels good. See if they counter this. They're a Growth Spiral deck, so they are ramping out to something big as well. Okay, put that out. Let's go. Key to the Archive. So what are we doing with this? Okay, maybe it's some sort of control deck that tries to do Approach of the Second Sun things. Yeah, okay, sure. So we get our last mana out. I think I probably want to slow them down with a Leyline Binding. That seems like the smart thing to do. They've put in Oracle the Alpha into the graveyard. Yeah, I think probably them having mana is a bad idea. Let me get rid of Key of the Archive. Pass turn. Binding the Old God, so they're going to get their key back, which is annoying. Okay. I think I'm going to just move ahead with my plan of getting a item back with Moonblessed Cleric, or sorry, getting my enchantment that ramps me. Nylea's Presence, I think it's called. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So we got a Fable here. We unfortunately can't play it yet. I think I just got to do the Moonblessed Cleric thing. We'll put a Nylea's Presence on the top. Well, what I could do actually is could get a Enigmatic Incarnation. Do I really want to do that? I'm kind of afraid of doing that. I don't really have anything to sack to it. Okay, we'll pass turn. Next turn is Leyline Binding plus Presence. Then after that we can start to do our thing. Little hiccup in the game plan, but hopefully we'll make it out of this. Opponent is on Sultai. Yeah, so it's clearly Sultai control with some sort of Oracle or Key to the Archive combo finish. Right, so what do I want to put this on? I think probably the Plains. Okay, I do get to draw a card. That's good. We got a Kenrith now. Okay. I'm going to probably just be holding on to that until I get a Fires of Invention out. We'll attack in, see what they flash in, if anything. Looks like nothing. Seek 3 non-land cards. Okay. And is this perpetual? Oh, we're getting emergent ultimatums. Okay. Well, let's see what they pick here. The Leyline Binding could get us out of their Leyline pile. Omniscience and Vraska. Okay, so this is just give you a bunch of poison counters. So, what is going to happen here? So, Vraska is going to give me too many poison counters. I have to give them Omniscience and something. How can I give them... So wait, this is... Exile target online permanent. So if I don't give them Omniscience, they cast one of these, and then I kill what they cast before the other comes in. Okay, I'm going to enable full control. So we're going to choose to do Vorinclex first. That makes sense. We're going to resolve that, and then we're going to go ahead and Leyline Binding. Auto pay. Resolve. Take Vorinclex. Now they just have a normal Vraska, which I can attack.
The reign of flesh is over.
So they're going to proliferate her.
Embrace the inevitable.
Dave will start to look good now. They shock something in. Interesting. I think Enigmatic Incarnation on Leyline Binding is a bad idea. However, we can start fabling into the next step. Yeah, let's do a Fable. Start attacking down Vraska. Okay, move in. Now you know what? I could just go for the face. 3 then 5. I mean, that's actually kind of getting close to something that kills them, though. I know that they're gonna wipe my board, and I'm gonna regret doing that. I gotta clean up Vraska first. And cool, they're doing damage to themselves. That's even better. Alright, Vraska's getting weak. She's dead next turn, unless they do something. They're gonna emergent me again? Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, if they have more copies of that now, I can't do anything about it. Crazy. Double Omniscience. Oh, wait, no, it's one with the multiverse. Okay, so... Yow. Let's go ahead and try to avoid this. So Vraska's at 4 mana. Alrund's Epiphany sucks. I think I just can't really give them Omniscience. This just seems like a value play, though. Yeah, I think with how many cards I have in hand, I can't give them Omniscience. So they're going to get their extra turn. They're going to get to start casting things off their library for free. And I think I'm just dead. I'd be surprised if I can survive this. Assemble the team. Okay, well, there we go. They're not at Hardcast Omniscience land. They are at Take Another Turn land, though. Seagate Restoration. Okay. So if I get the turn back, what am I doing? I can play Incarnation on Fable. I could get a Archon or Displacer Kitten. That doesn't even seem like a very strong option.
Patience.
Allowing them to get their Vorinclex back also seems bad. I think I just have to take Archon and try to make a life-linking army. They have a third Emergent Ultimatum. Alright, can they kill me with this one? So, it looks like this Vraska Vorinclex thing was included as a 1-0, because they could have just fetched those again with Omniscience. I'm surprised that we're surviving so many ultimatums. Alright, opponent chooses Languish, so they want to wipe my board. Scholar of the Lost Trove gets them what back? Seagate Restoration? That's not that bad, is it? Flying 5/5, I guess that does kind of suck. That actually does suck a lot. Let me put... Well, no, they have so many cards. Yeah, I have to give them Omniscience. Or I have to put away Omniscience. It's just, it's bad if I don't come back from that. If I have... Yeah, okay, so that's dead. I'm pretty close to just casting an Archon of Emeria this turn. Oh, discover the formula, I see. What can I do? Atraxa is good, but I can't get her out. Oh, there's the Omniscience. Okay, now we're in trouble. Takes our ley line. Alright, that's haste. Now I'm gonna die in like a turn or two. Another assemble the team. Alright, let's just see how they combo kill us. They must be able to put something together after all of this, surely. Another key to the archive. So was the plan always the combo off with Second Son and then... Well, I guess that's the backup combo, but... Oracle, sure. At this point, I think this hurts them. It's just diluting their deck with zero cost stuff. They don't have that much card draw. So they're going to remove my whole board. Okay, so I think they just need to attack me down. There's Second Son. Vraska gets bigger. The Vraska Vorinclex combo is actually pretty cool. So I would instantly have died if I let that happen. Okay, they give it Death Touch. There's a Black Lotus. Let's go. Always love seeing a Black Lotus in Historic. That's kind of fun. They're going to make mana for some reason. Don't know why that would be. They already have an Omniscience on the battlefield. Oh, they did it to buy their Yorion. Oh, and now they can blink Vraska and Vorinclex. That's so cool. Alright, so I'm going to get 18 poison counters. Is that right?
Your day will come.
I want to see this happen. So they move to their end step. They'll attack me for... Now Vraska comes back. Oh my gosh, all these triggers. That is gnarly.
Will rise from your corpses.
They even get to cast something else here. Wow. They're gonna Seagate Restoration. They're gonna... they're not in the danger of drawing their deck. Look at that hand. With an Omniscience on the battlefield, no less. And then we should... Oh, they actually can't even activate what's-her-face yet. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn right back to them. This is obscene. This is pretty cool. I'm going to definitely try this combo in something else. I'll just go ahead and pass turn back to them. And, yeah, so the one with the multiverse is kind of interesting. I am quite interested in that card. Alright, so Vraska gets the ultimate, and I'm going to get 18 poison counters. 18 poison counters. Look at that. That is wild. Okay, really cool deck from my opponent. I've always really loved Sultai Control ever since that was the thing that you could do in Standard with Emergent Ultimatum. So it's cool. It's cool even now to lose to it. So I'm not mad. Okay, so that was. We're only on round 3 so far. So next round is round 4. Let's try to see if we can do our combo next game. Let's go. Alright, we've got a little bit more time to try to execute our combo. We have Nylea's present some lands and assemble the team. This is okay. I think this is okay. I'm going to start by getting a blue mana source. Then it'll be Stomping Ground. And then Nylea's presence on the blue mana source. Esper Sentinel. Ooh. Okay. So then maybe I'll just play a little bit slower and play around Esper Sentinel. I don't want to give my opponent too much resources. Okay, well, they're going to get it anyway. Alright. Do I want to just get a creature with Assemble the Team? I think I am going to just shock this in. Nylea's presence on the land. We're going to get to draw a card. Double Esper Sentinel trigger. We're going to pay for the first one, and then the second one just goes through. And our next land is a Fabled Passage. I guess I'll fetch with that to try and thin the deck. So I can Nylea's and assemble the team next turn. I don't know what my opponent's playing. Is the truth of it right now. Moonblessed Cleric means that I can get an Enigmatic Incarnation when I need to. Let's just Fabled Passage now. And actually, maybe I just get a Fires of Invention. So I will want, if the island can make the red, well, I'll probably need also a secondary red source. Okay, so assemble the team Nylea's presence or Moonblessed Cleric this turn. I will play Jetmir's Garden. Oh wait, no, I can't play Jetmir's Garden. I think I'm just going to play a creature, try to get in the way. Also, that doesn't trigger Esper Sentinels, which is good. Take action. We are going to look for what card? I think Fires of Invention is good. That allows me to play Yorion. And if I get another land, Muldrotha. Yeah, I think it's about time that I am good for Fires of Invention. Alright, we'll choose that. That goes on top. Next turn, it is Jetmir's Garden. And then I can buy Yorion. Yorion entering can flicker Cleric. I can find Enigmatic. Then I can pod Fires into a 6 mana. We can get that Dream Trawler, I guess. That's our only other one. We do need to watch out for Heliod. That thing's going to start beating us down. What can I do to get rid of that? So this is just Devotion, really. I'll trade with the Esper Sentinel if they want to. I'm not going to block that. So we got the fires now. Here is Garden. Played as a land. Assemble the team could find an Arboreal Grazer, Authority, Omen of the Sea, Destiny Spinner. In most cases, I think anything important we're going to be doing as a secondary thing. I guess I can assemble the team and get a Leyline Binding. I can pay for one of these, and then I can decline the other. So let's see if we have it. Looks like we didn't even find one, which is unfortunate. Okay, so if that's the case, what am I doing now? I have Cavalier, and I have 5 mana. Can Elish Norn? Elish Norn is kind of a strong thing to do. Skyclave Apparition, I think, is the move, though. That seems better. Okay, so we're not attacking. We're going to take a bunch of damage this turn, and then hopefully our next turn involves us stabilizing. Growing the Esper Sentinel. That I will trade with if they attack with it. I go to 5. I'm okay just taking 2. Won't block that. We are flying by the seat of our pants here. Okay, so Fire Skyclave is one option. That seems like the move. Fire Skyclave by Yorion. I like that idea. Oh wait, fire costs 5, right? I think I don't really have a choice. I can play a Muldrotha just as a blocker, I guess. That's actually the better thing to do. Let me do that. Then next turn it's Skyclave Yorion. I will autopay 1. Yeah, Muldrotha allows me to eat the Heliod attack. Yeah, this is good. Then, I don't think I have a land in the... Oh, wait, no, I do have a Fabled Passage, don't I? Whoa, no attacks. I guess I did already play my land, but next turn I do have access to a Fabled Passage, so I do actually have a Atraxa. Okay, Basri. Oh, I'm dead. I think I'm dead. They just go in all the way, don't they? Yeah, that's it. Darn. That was really close. Heliod is just going to make their board big enough. I think I can save my opponent the clicks unless they put everything onto one creature. Oh, if it goes onto the flyer, I'm absolutely dead. Okay. Dang, we were really close there. We had a Atraxa coming down next turn to stabilize our life total, and we had a Skyclave to remove Heliod. It was just a little bit too late. Okay, so we're going on to round 5 without having done our combo yet. We are going to need to show out here in the next round. Let's go do it. Okay, I've miscounted. This is actually round 4. This is good. I do have the white mana, no blue mana, but this is okay. Like the ramp I get out of the Grazers. Oh, we're playing against Elves. And this is Elves with a Yorion Companion. So that's a new one for me. This is also a new card for me. Oil counters, and we are conjuring duplicates of stuff. Okay, this is going to be a pretty interesting deck. Let's go ahead and drop this out. Doesn't really matter if we play a Grazer or not. This thing at this point is just chump blocking. No land. And now we actually need to draw land. Alright. Well, we'll take 1 damage. Oh, they want to make copies of Gyox. Okay. And then... That's so interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to pay 2 life here. Moonblast Cleric can search for something. I can Leyline getting Gyox out of the way. This is when it dies. This is when it dies, so... I could exile that at any time. Moonblast Cleric is not good because I need the extra mana in order to cast. Yeah, I think I'm kind of just stuck here until I draw another card. I think I'm going to hold up Leyline Binding this turn. Oracle the Alpha. Let's go ahead and Leyline this now. Want to make sure that the Oracle doesn't get the oil counters on it. That would be pretty bad. I wonder if that's their game plan. It definitely could be. Yorion. So they're going to try to just put a bunch of Moxen into their library and Power 9 stuff. Okay, we have Incarnation now. Maybe I need to draw cards somehow. Well, Moonblast Cleric at least can give us the mana fixing to get Omen out. It is one heck of a roundabout way of doing that, but I think I need to do this. Fable the Mirror Breaker is an option too. That 2/2 could attack. I will... Actually, you know what? Fable is a good idea. Go ahead and pass turn. Alright, there goes Yorion. They're going to get another alpha trigger. Hopefully this just means that they draw bad for a while. Here's my Fable. I'm going to have to just chuck the creature away next turn. And then I can Enigmatic Incarnation Fable into something. Oh, crap. Alright, we need an untapped land. Otherwise I'm going to lose my Fable option. Get rid of that. Saves me 4 life. Alright, Nylea's is something. I'm going to probably get rid of Muldrotha and Omen since I can't cast them. There's my lands. Okay, so I am missing a blue mana, so I do need to play Sparrows. Then Arboreal can come in, put down a Stomping Ground, and then I have Nylea's on my mountain. Alright, things are looking up. Okay, so I do have Fires into Enigmatic Incarnation. They'll draw some cards. Oh, darn, make disappeared. Okay. This is not bad, though. So I can get a 6 mana creature into play next turn, which is probably just going to be a Coma. I mean, sorry, not a Coma, a Dream Trawler. I could also just get a Traxa. Maybe I just want a Traxa. Give them back their creature and get my big one. With my life total dwindling, I think that's a good idea. Another Enigmatic, so that means I can go get a Kenrith if I really wanted to. You know what? If I can find a 2-mana spell, I can get an Archon of Emeria, which shuts down their deck a little bit, because now that they've been getting all these Oracle stuff, every Moxen that they draw is actually a dead draw. That's good. So yeah, I'm going to get a Traxa here. I want to be able to dig for that 2-mana thing that I can then sack to Enigmatic. There is no reason not to attack right now for me. Cool. So let's give them their thing back. here is Atraxa. Atraxa's going to ETB. Next turn I actually have a Yorion as well, which is cool. Okay, so land, I will take a blue mana source. Actually, Zagoth is good. Let's see, what is a 2-mana thing that I can do? I can Nylea's Presence, that's also a card. And then creature, I guess I'll take Skyclave. Cool. Alright, so we got something to do next turn. I can Nylea's Presence, Yorion. Yeah, this is good. Let's go. That's scary. Why would you be doing that? I mean, I'll declare the blocks. That was just an ego attack? What's happening? Oh, they're Uganing me. Okay. Oh, smart. Okay. That's kind of a bummer. Enigmatic. I can get Elishnorn, Kenrith, or Cavalier. Cavalier can kill Ugin. So I think that's going to be my move. So how will we do this? I can Kiki-Jiki Moonblessed, get a Fires. The Fires can be sacked for a Dream Trawler. I need to get rid of Enigmatic, though. Ugh, this is difficult. So Enigmatic 100% of the time. Nylea's Presence can get Archon. And then next turn I'm going to do stuff with Fires. Let's put this on Forest. Draw that card. We're going to make a copy of Moonblessed Cleric. What do I want out of my hand? Let's see. I think I want another Fires. Or do I want another Enigmatic? I think I want another Enigmatic if possible. Oh wait, no, Leyline. Leyline is way better. Okay. Zagoth Triumph can cycle for that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I need to attack. Go at them. Doesn't really matter. Okay. At least I got the trade. Oh, okay, yeah. So their plan is definitely to do that Oracle thing. Alright, I'll move to my end step. I'm getting rid of an Enigmatic Incarnation to find a Cavalier of Dawn. Take Ugin out. Then I can actually do another one, which is good. I can Enigmatic for something else. Oh, I lost what I put on the top, unfortunately. Archon of Sun's Grace is good. Should I get that? I need to think for a second here. I think I'd take an Archon. I don't need the life gain, though. I could be aggressive and grab a Dream Trawler. I'm going to do that. Okay. Fast turn. Now I've got a board. Opponent sitting on 2 cards in hand only. I got 6 mana, so I am good drawing any card pretty much. It all depends on what my opponent's last card is. If it's a banger, we're in trouble. If it's a second land, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, they want to pass. Alright, I'm going to start to look for action here. Trawler gets bigger. Oh, we got a Coma. It's so good. I just need an untapped mana source. Alright, we got attacks in the air now. Oh, if it's a fire, sweet. It's actually not super sweet. I can go to combat first. Let's do this. We're going to make another Moonblast Cleric, get an Enigmatic Incarnation. Actually, no, I want a Leyline. The Leylines are just always way better. Even though I can't search for what I'm going to find here, it's okay. This is just for removal's sake. Cavalier of Dawn is a good one to die here. So we get our Leyline. That gets bigger. I am going to Leyline Binding now, kill the Gyox. No, I'm going to wait till they block. Okay, kill Gyox first, then we have no damage left over, so I'll just, I'll do this. I'm going to kill their Golem. Cool, that means that Cavalier gets to stick around, and they're going to be in trouble now. I should have also attacked with the Moonblast Cleric for the record. Whoops. And Skyclave can take something out. Oh, I didn't cast my 2-mana enchantment. Okay. Well, I'll at least buy this. Use my mana. End turn. Leyline doesn't find anything. Kiki finds anything, but I'd rather just copy a Dream Trawler next turn or another Moonblast Cleric. Oh wait, no, here's my 2-mana thing. Forgot about that. Okay, there we go. So now I find Archon of Emeria. There we go. Now my opponent's going to be locked out. Now their Ancestral doesn't do anything. Shadow's Verdict, huh? Alright. Can't do anything about that. That kills their board and not mine, and they're dead. Alright, we got him. Let's go. Just barely had it. We'll move to combat and swing in for lethal. Alright. Hey, we finally got it. We were able to use all of our different toolbox cards and eventually get there. So that is what a good game with this Fires of Invention deck and Enigmatic Incarnation does. Cool. Alright, so that was round 4. We now are going into round 5. Here we go. Let's end on a strong note. Alright, into the final round where we have Moonblast, Fires, and Enigmatic Incarnation. That seems like a pretty good hand for this deck. Authority of the Consoles, not the worst thing that I could see. Actually, let me lead on Jamir's Garden. So I have the white source for Moonblast. Now I need to get a blue source, so I'm going to play Zagoth, Triome, and I could just do Fable next turn, which is pretty solid. Fable into a Enigmatic Incarnation. And you know what, since they're playing slow, let's play slow as well. Wonder what that could be for. Play tap land. Fable on the stack. Does that get countered? Does not. That's good. Okay. I guess I can just assemble the team. Or I can draw with Fable. I think I like this hand pretty much. Won't bother. So let's go ahead and Fable a second time, see if they want to counter that. Cool. I'm gonna move to my end step to see if they do anything. Assemble the team. Does that get countered? They must have a counter spell at this point. Nothing. Wow. I don't need a Fires. I could get a second Enigmatic. I could get a 2-mana thing. A 2-mana thing is probably the move. Omen of the Sea will help me figure out what I need to play around. They're making a creature. If they want to hold up their mana for that, I'm fine. Okay, play that. Now, what am I doing? I can attack. Yeah, let's attack and see if they want to just trade for this Kiki token. Or not the Kiki token, but the Shaman token. Okay, they don't block. Alright, what do? I can hold this up. I can Moonbless Cleric. Just work on my board. If I get to a turn where I can Fires... Maybe I want Yorion in my hand. I'm going to play Yorion, or I'm going to hold Yorion in my hand and then Omen on their turn. Are they really just making tokens? What's going on in their deck? Alright, we'll get a card. Double Grazer, don't want it. Another land, okay. What is happening? I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Play that. Then let's make another one of these things. Oh, right. That actually does nothing. Okay, move to combat, swing in. See what they want to do. Make a token. And then I think I just Fires into Yorion now. Like, if this doesn't need a counterspell, I don't know what does. They give it to me. Wow. Let's go ahead and then do a Yorion. Can I have a Yorion? They're just letting me have everything. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 things. And then I have nothing to do by blinking the fire, so I'll leave that. Alright, we get more shamans. They get more life. Atraxa. I mean, I could just hardcast it. I think I'll try to get it the conventional way. I don't need another land. Skyclave is fine, but my opponent hasn't even played anything. I have no idea what they're doing. Okay. Oh, they're looking for something. They just don't have what they need. Are they just sitting on a bunch of, like, farewells or something? Like, what? Day of Judgment. Okay. Okay, so now, do I need to do anything? Looks like I can probably just start playing for a kill. I'll get an Atraxa this turn, I think. I'm gonna double decline this. I guess I do have fires on the battlefield. Enigmatic for sure. I'd like to do that. I can get rid of the fires this turn, and then maybe I'll use Elishnorn to double up my ETBs. Then I can play a Skyclave next turn. And we're gonna sack fires. Let's get a trawler. Then I can leyline binding whatever they play. What the heck is my opponent doing? Omen of the Sea can find something useful, so I won't get rid of it. Should I just leyline their authority just so I can get an Atraxa? I don't think it's worth it yet. I am truly not understanding what they're wanting me to do. Thank God Elishnorn prevents all that stuff. Moonbless Cleric means I can get 2 things back. I mean, I guess I'm just going to start playing things out then. Here's a Fable. And then a Moonbless. This one I actually don't want to play yet. Or do I? Yeah, I'll get double Enigmatic. So, let me actually think about if I want to do that. Because I can also get my Oh, I thought I could get Archon. Isn't it an enchantment creature? I think probably just double Enigmatic. Okay, move to attacks. 100% these both get exiled. Is this not a Settle the Wreckage deck? What is my opponent doing? They're not playing anything. I'm legitimately so confused. Let's get an Omen of the Sea sacrificed. And I mean, seems like it's just Archon. Like, make it so that they can't do anything. They're dead next turn. So the board gets wiped here. Yeah, cool. And now I'm going to flash out a Leyline Binding. Cool. Take that tome away. Now we do need to get an Atraxa. That means they will get their tome back. I'll discard the land. Okay, so get rid of that. Skyclave going out. We're going to take away Authority. Incarnation. So first one takes this. We're going to get an Atraxa. Time to fill up that hand. Let's take a untapped source of mana. I want Fires for whatever I'm going to play next, and Kenrith is good. Cool. Then let's take the other Enigmatic. Cavalier is good. Take out Tome. I did give them a creature, kind of sad about that. I guess I could have just taken out my own treasure or something like that. Grow my board, but they're gonna die. Unless they kill me. In terms of library size, they are going to deck themselves first. But my guess is they're just board wipe tribal, so I need to be careful with how many things I'm committing to the board. So, like, for example, I'm not going to play Kenrith next turn. I'm going to try to kill my opponent with him in one turn. So my next turn is play Fires, hold it, and then do something. It's a shame that... Oh, wait, you know what? This is not... Oh, it can target only non-legendaries. Okay. Well, here's the Fires. We're going to cycle this. Moonblast is fine. I'll decide if I want to play that in my second phase. Going in, gain some life. I'm gonna exile Atraxa. Alright, I will take the action, get a white and black mana. Then Moonblast Cleric now so that I have things to do. Take action, we're gonna get another Leyline just in case they play something interesting. I can... What can I play now? So... What's in the graveyard? Fires goes into Dream Trawler, Muldrotha. I'm pretty sure we have both of these, right? In the graveyard. Dream Trawler and... Okay, Muldrotha's still on the menu. I guess I'll take Fires. Yeah, there's Muldrotha. Let us... take an Omen, get stuff out of my hand. Or into my hand, rather. Both of those suck. Draw. Okay. So we're doing a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, the opponent's not dead yet. They got a lot of ways to deal with what we're doing.
Stand by and watch. That's more like it.
Okay, so now they can board wipe me at instant speed. Boo. Where's my Cavaliers? My Cavalier in exile? That sucks. I can cast a Leyline, I guess. Where's the enchantment? We'll do the land first. Let's do this tapped. Let's do an enchantment. Ooh, I could get fires. No, I want to play Leyline. The Leyline onto the stack. The Fairy's protection, okay. I'm gonna have a creature that can come in. Yorion. What about Yorion? Polish Norn. Let's get the Archon back. Spar's headquarters is maybe gonna need to come in as a land. Okay, so no reason to attack now. Just go ahead and go. I have no things that I want to get right now. So I need to start looking at a line here. I got to avoid their exile and board wipes. So they played one Settle the Wreckage. They have already used Memory Deluge once. Looks like that's the play of somebody who might have a board wipe that needs to come down at instant speed. I will attack first, then Kiki in response if I need to. Move to combat, swing with 2 creatures. So this guarantees a kill onto Fairy. And I will leave Archon back. Approach, okay. To the second sun. Now I know what I need to beat. Okay. I should have killed that earlier. That's kind of a tilt.
Want me to phase you out of time?
Okay. Kenrith can kill next turn. I need to get rid of Teferi now. So we'll remove Teferi.
We'll meet again.
Oh man, I could have done that on my end step. What am I doing? I guess they won't really be attacking this turn. Destiny Spinner. They don't seem to play counter spells. Alright, Muldrotha land. Venture's tapped. Muldrotha enchantment. Let's get a Fable out. Muldrotha creature. I cannot play it because why? Cycle this then. Another Fable, and oh yeah, it's the Archon that does that to me. Okay, end turn. If my opponent has something that can board wipe me, I'm not interested in doing this. They get a 4/4. Oh, they have the second approach. Oh no, we're dead. Dang. Okay, that was a crazy game. We really got into the weeds of it there. Our opponent had the Settle the Wreckages in the right time to defeat us. Okay, so that was our Enigmatic Fires deck. Hope you enjoyed. This is a really fun combo, and this is definitely one of those decks that takes a lot of brain power to pilot correctly. You definitely saw me mess it up at least a few times in this series, but we at least were able to win with it once, so that was good. All in all, pretty fun deck. Luckily, this one just requires the wild cards for Fires of Invention and Enigmatic. You can really build the rest of the deck as you want, so there's a lot of flexibility there. This is by any means, not the final state of this deck. We can iterate on this as much as we want. as new cards come out. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Helps me out. That's the end of my spiel. Hope you have a good day. See ya later in the next video. Bye-bye.